semifinal, Mousesports versus HellRaisers. Ready to kick it off right here, and we're going to do it with Jason and Anders.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much to the desk. We're going to get it into Mirage. Kind of excited that they ended up banning out Vertigo, I must say. We're going to get the one smoke and the Molotov there on Angel, and we'll see how this plays out. A lot of talk about Mousesports these days, and I think for good reason. They're going to be really quick into the connector. Frozen about to get run down. Kerrigan does actually pick up a kill, so that's not bad at all. And Woxic also goes down next in line. So things looking good here for the T side. They've at least made it onto the bomb side.
Yeah, but Rops is down as well. The problem now is that the bomb is stuck in connector. And actually, Chris J, I think, was just aware of that. He wanted to get into a fight, but then he realized they can actually protect the bomb. This could be crazy. HellRaisers gonna have a tough time picking this up. This would be a big kill for Chris J. Kerrigan's involved at this point. They're tagged down very, very low, but still dangerous, and they've got it. They come out on top with 2 final headshots. Pistol round to Mousesports.
That's not bad at all. Kerrigan also picking up a quad kill in that round, so, you know, doing a pretty good job in terms of fragging early on, which you like to see. Yeah, he's been through so many crazy things in his career, I feel like.
Yeah, probably. He's probably got, I mean, even outside the game, if you want to talk about that, you know, getting your master's degree while competing at the top level as well is a pretty crazy thing to be doing. So fair play. Yeah, Kerrigan's had a lot of fun. He's had a lot of really cool teams, a lot of really cool players that he's gotten to lead.
It's like at the beginning as well, he was mainly playing with German players, like in the beginning of Go.
He was on Mousesports way at the end of 1.6, was it? Yeah.
And even carried on into Go, I think, for a while. So, yeah, strange, but ultimately it's always exciting. So is this shot follow-up there from Oscar. Went halfway through a box, I think, and that's 2 kills to begin with here for HellRaisers. Chris really needs to make up for them. How do they do this? They're so thinly spread out now on the Mousesports side.
Well, the nice thing is they have 2 players here now. Chris J is going to be close up. There's the scout on Woxic, and unfortunately it only is a scout, but 3 players tagged up. This all can clean a lot of these kills up. That one tag is so brutal. Chris trying to go for more. Now it's got to be the scout, but he's blocked off by the smoke. So Kerrigan's rotating over, the scout rotating around to CT spawn. This is still very doable for Woxic and Kerrigan.
Yeah, it absolutely can be done. Picked up. Back into the round here. If they could just find one more kill. Make it a 2-on-2, that would help a lot. Smoke there in the hands of Nuki. See if he can do anything. Oh, does get the tag in. The follow-up as well. Nobody there to help Lowell out. And that's kind of a bit of a shame because they need to keep these people alive. Now just 1 player left, and it's not going to be working out. Woxic will take him down, and somehow they managed to save the round there. Mousesports didn't look like they were going to be able to. Took a while before they found those kills.
No, that's some of the issues that HellRaisers are going to have to work through. I mean, that player in Closet has to be the contact man. As soon as he's attacked, as soon as he's made contact, somebody has to pounce. Even if you can't punish Woxic with that scout where he is, you need to be able to find Kerrigan. So just letting him die like that puts you at a really, really big disadvantage. And a very nice victory, a very nice recovery in the round for Mousesports. But dangerous. And I mean, that's Oscar creating a lot. Mousesports is obviously going to be very aware of the things that Oscar can do inside the server.
He's such a fun player to watch, isn't he? Especially when you get him on that AWP at times, it could really be crazy.
He's one of those guys where when you get him in a mood, when you get him in one of his games, it's just like, oh boy, we're on for a roller coaster ride. Very light on utility for both teams, but especially HellRaisers, so they get a kill without having to use anything. More aggression. Last round it was Frozen pushing towards top mid. This time it's Chris J peeking an underpass, and a couple, I mean, now it's 2 back-to-back 3 versus 5s from Mousesports to recover, and this one is going to be much harder with AK-47s.
Kerrigan wanted to make up for that initial loss of a player, try to push out a B. I mean, you could get so much information, but he got caught, and I don't know. When you get a call like that, it seems like it's a terrible idea, but you could understand the logic of trying to do it. Lowell in position to catch that kill, and now they could pretty much do whatever they want. I like the stack, though. They could actually... this can actually work.
If they cold call this, that is nasty. Van position with the AUG. No one's going to be coming up catwalk, so it's not super impactful. But when Rops turns around and there's no smoke for any of these positions to be blocked off.
No, and it's the Molotov on Frozen as well. If he gets 1 kill and puts that down correctly, tries to open it up, and there it is. He's not going to put out the grenade just yet, waiting for it. Woxic there as well, and the spray continues. There's the Molotov following up, and Robs, remember, is right nearby. They might not realize this. Already 2 people. They're being very careful at the moment. And there's Robs picking up 1 big kill, and taking down Oscar. Nuki trying to see if he can make his way around the corner. He's going to get the kill, and that is right on the limit. I'm actually Kind of surprised they managed to do that. That Molotov forcing everybody out, that could have been terrifying.
Oh yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised, all things considered, that HellRaisers was able to turn that around as well, just because of the stack, the crossfire inside that B bomb site can be so deadly, and Rops was in market. It took him a long time to get involved in those fights, though. 2-1, and with the damage taken on that second round, Mousesports is going to be relegated back to Deagles and Scouts. So a chance for HellRaisers to really take advantage of this and get a few rounds behind them early on and actually relieve some of the pressure that the T side of Mirage can have later on.
Comes a very standard execute. Rob, so dropping the bomb, and oh, they've completely flashed for the minute. One more headshot to take down Isa, and finally they're going to recover the bomb and actually get a little bit of control. Maybe they're going to take down Woxic. I think he was up close there with the scout. That's usually not a great position to be in. HellRaisers, really good recovery for them in the round. A lot of ways, again, that could have ended badly. A couple of good deagle shots. It wasn't even that he got the first kill. I think it was the fact that there was no one there to reply. They were just all flashed. Yeah,
that was a big one. I think a lot of it helps too. The two scouts that Mousesports brought into it, it's really unwieldy if you're going to try and come in through the smoke and get involved in the action in that sense. It's not super mobile. Obviously, the scope causes issues. So, I mean, even if they just had pistols, you know, a CZ, another deagle, that probably would have even been more effective. Either way, HellRaisers now, Angel's going to have the MAC-10, and they're just going to line up for an A hit. But Mousesports, I mean, they're just reading them. This is a couple times now that Mousesports is just straight red HellRaisers. Unfortunately, there's no nade stack. You know, 3 nades right now would be magical. It's not going to happen. And even these bodies can't do anything. No armor. The MAC-10's going to chew them up. Danger averted. Mousesports had that stack, but it seemed like they weren't actually ready for the contact.
Yeah, they were in the right place, but there was no plan beyond that. Oh, it's pretty good for Chris.
Run! Run!
Yeah, get out of there with that AK. Try and do a little bit more damage. He will take down one more player, but yeah, saving the AK would have been big. HellRaisers doing a fine job in the beginning in spite of running into to a couple of traps that had been laid out here by the Mousesports team. Round number 6, and they can buy, but again, they're going to be lacking a lot of utility on that CT side, so...
Still not an AWP out either.
No, it's true.
There is one for Oscar. That'll be a big tool for him to use, especially considering, yeah, the lack of utility on the Mousesports side. They can use smokes to block off the choke points. Not a whole lot of flashes if they want to do some kind of an aggressive peek. Not a whole lot of Molotovs to build behind those smokes. So the op should have free reign, except for the fact that it's a very fast tactic. It is a B rush indeed. Kerrigan to defend. The AUG behind the smoke creates a wall for him, but he's already put out. That MAC-10 just ruins his aim, but there's the bomb on the ground.
Yeah, that aim punch really doing a lot.
Brutal.
You can see the rest of them don't have any head armor either. They're waiting for a while here. The bomb is still not really been picked up by anyone. I'm sure it will be any second now, but they just don't want to make any kind of a mistake. Quick trade there. Angel for Frozen leaves it in a 3-on-3. And
it's probably very confusing for HellRaisers to read what exactly is happening at the moment. They've been flanked. They had Kerrigan inside the site creating confusion, and now they just don't have the weaponry to get in. The op still hasn't been involved. Oscar yet to find a kill in this round. He had to pick up the bomb and actually relinquish the high ground as well inside of the halls, and now he's going to be dispatched. Great play from Chris J. 4 kills in the round for him coming through that smoke. That is beautiful stuff, and now he's got a free op, and HellRaisers might have just let one slip.
Just in every way, that was an odd round, because rushing B seemed like a great idea. They got the entry. Normally when you do that, you could get a bomb plant down pretty quickly. And
yes.
They waited around, I don't know how to, 20 seconds while they were just sort of expecting Mousesports to do something.
Everyone kind of will... 3 players jumped down in the initial attack. Oscar was up there with one more rifler who got killed by the flank. And from there, with the bomb on the ground, Oscar doesn't want to leave halls. Like, that's a perfect place for the op. You can cover everything. You can play for the post plant. And he didn't want to relinquish that position. Unfortunately, that's what gives Chris J so much time to find all those kills and all those good positions.
Oh. Couple of HEs there blocking Chris. Had to escape middle because his teammate in window was getting smoked off anyway. So I understand that. Rob's playing pretty aggressively over at the A ramp. Oh, leg shot there on Oscar, but he's going to get an even better shot in return. So that free op disappearing pretty quickly, although Chris, he actually hit that headshot. AUG is, you know, you see that a lot with the AUG.
A lot of players were excited to see the nerf come out just late last night here in France. Kerrigan watching for these B tunnels. That flashbang might make Lowell a little bit nervous. He's looking for the reactionary peak for the teamwork that flashbang suggested, but it wasn't to B. Kerrigan just wanted to use it to get into the bomb site safely, and now this is all HellRaisers have. 2 low HP players, barely any damage can be taken, and 3 players going to be here very quickly. Already 2 to stabilize the B bomb site, and then Frozen will rotate over quickly.
Man, I don't know how they're going to be able to get in on this. Even if they clear 1, surely it's going to be traded fairly quickly. ESL does get the kill on Robs, but now it's 30 seconds, and how do you get a bomb plant down when you're 1 versus 2 like this? It's going to go down to Kerrigan instead. They are making this expensive, at least, and for HellRaisers, I mean, even though they lose this round, I still think they're in a decent-ish position.
Yeah, it's not bad. We'll have to see how they can recover. They've got, 3 players who can't buy this round, so I imagine you'll save. The tough part for them is not getting that plant in this round would have helped massively. I think you could have maybe made the argument to have a force buy with that plant, and actually, they might be doing it anyways. Or it's just Issa, it's just the hero buy. You excited to watch Issa? You've been talking about your discontent with the fist bumping and high-fiving recently. We know Issa is probably the best player in the world at high-fives.
Yeah, but he kind of stepped it up. You're right. That has been a topic that has been on my mind a lot. It keeps me up at night. But now, I don't know. He's sort of slowed it down. But I hope he'll bring it back. It's my favorite thing now. He's going to get a kill there. Can't really follow it up. And Chris instead, just absolutely cleaning them up at top mid. That was pretty good. They're going to be able to save that one AK-47, of course, bringing it over.
Small detail, though. Woxic might be frustrated with the leg shot that he had in the previous round. He actually gets another leg shot looking into underpass and then jumps back up on the windowsill to take those fights. Gets the kill, but gets traded off, and they couldn't salvage his ult. No one was close by to window, so they had to rebuy that. So that's a pretty expensive frag chase from young man Woxic.
Who's also a very exciting player. Definitely could be a lot of fun to see Woxic go at it with the AWP. Playing against Oscar as well. A lot of people might be picking Oscar, but could be, if Woxic's having a really good day or if it's the right map, that something's going to change there. Looking like another kind, well, at least they could be setting up for the smokes for an A execute. Don't know if they're going to go on it. Could just fake it out if they wanted to. Draw some people back from middle, where the bomb is at the moment.
This is much slower than what we've seen to start this half. Some pretty aggressive strategies to open things up. Looks like they want to crunch towards connector, in towards that A bomb site. Oscar and Nucky waiting behind the smoke at A ramp, and here's Kerrigan. Oh, he's found one on catwalk. He knows they're coming connector as well. He's going to fight to his death, and he's got a second. He goes for more. Nobody can handle Kerrigan. All 3 kills, and there's no one to pick up the bomb, so Oscar and Friend have to give up their position.
Kerrigan with a fiery start here to the first map in a best of 3. 3 kills already, and he got that quad as well on the pistol. He's 11-4. That's pretty good.
I didn't want to say it because he's opened up at a pretty good pace. I mean, historically, this has been a good map for Kerrigan. This is one of those maps we always talked about being his home map. So obviously, very, very comfortable, even if he's not using the AWP on it. And not a whole lot of options here for HellRaisers. Oscar's brought very, very low, so now he can't be the point of attack, and I think all you can really do is save at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, Kerrigan can go for the ace, though. If he goes all the way in the hunt, if he can finish off Oscar, actually, yeah, he's not going to go too much further, and both the HellRaisers players are too far back, one towards T-spawn, one in the holes. So scratch that idea, no commitment to the hunt. The money is still not great for the MouseSports side, but they have a great lead.
We do love the aces, though. We had a lot of them yesterday.
3.5.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
not
good.
sure I've ever seen that.
No, it really doesn't happen a lot, but there was an exciting first half to that game. Actually, the whole game was kind of exciting. Let's just see. So, timeout being called for HellRaisers. Yeah, some of what they built from winning some of these early rounds, it's not that it's all the way gone, but it's being washed away by the fact that MouseSports are starting to really pick up on the money. I think that was the big benefit that HellRaisers were enjoying, was just the fact that they kept doing a lot of economic damage. And round like this where nobody dies from MouseSports, that's a problem. That's
tough. And now if you're HellRaisers, I like this timeout. It's obvious you've been stumped a little bit early on in these past 4 rounds. You have an AK and you have an AWP. You have the full losing bonus as well. I say you do a small buy behind this. Get some light armor, get a pistol, see if the AWP and the AK can create anything for you, and then you have the weapons to maybe take advantage of that. Get a little bit of a good college try in this round, as we call it.
The old call, yeah, I like that. They should definitely do that. Only one person on the A bomb site. That's not so unusual early on, and maybe that's the timing that they're trying to hit here on the HellRaisers side. They've got the smokes down. They're now running onto the bomb side. If Robs goes down, that could be pretty big news. He's going to get a good kill there, and backup's being called for. He hits another headshot, but again, the AUG just doesn't always do it. Flank coming in pretty quick, though, and with the bomb plant, I don't know. Oscar with that AWP, this could work out.
It could, but I think MouseSports is going to be okay with this because they had so much mid pressure. And look, they just have him surrounded in this bomb site. The flank hasn't even come in yet. So Oscar, this would be incredible if you could pull it off. We've seen some crazy things backing off, but Frozen's going to peek and end it before things really get started. A 7th round for MouseSports, and they're more than happy to give up that A bomb site. Rops was there with his 1 kill. It's all he needed. They had mid aggression, which means they had a very, very fast flank. So fine playing retake and allowing that flank to come to fruition.
Yeah, they never really, the rest of the players never really got off the bomb side. They sort of, half of them died trying to get to it, and then once the bomb was down, they couldn't get away either, so that was a problem for sure. 10 rounds down here, 11th starting up. Double up now, Karrigan also picking up one.
Ooh, fancy that.
You'd like to see it, don't you?
I'm really excited to see it.
Right now it's Karrigan and Chris doing a lot of the work here for the MouseSports team.
Rops gave a great interview about MouseSports so far, expressing a lot of confidence in the project in its beginnings. And this game, I mean, early on, it showed a couple of the reasons why. Some cool tactical decisions, some very good individual skill showing off, and now we have a heavy set piece towards the B bomb site. Karrigan with that op has got to hold on, and Woxic is there as well. MouseSports is so quick to get to this point of attack. And
wow.
the way we started this half, remember as well, there were 2 3v5s that MouseSports read perfectly and were able to stack the appropriate bomb set at the perfect time. They won one and they lost one, but just the fact it feels like they're reading HellRaisers so well.
Their money is absolutely skyrocketed as well. So many rounds now where they're not losing really enough players.
5 people alive this round, 3 in the previous, 5 before that.
Yeah, so that's all building the economy. HellRaisers, they don't use all their money, but they do use a fair amount of it here. Oh, pretty quick on the scout. Movement speed is really high on that weapon, so it does help out. But they can't really get back. Did he get blocked by a teammate?
Might have been. I mean, that was just, look, I mean, 3 bodies in the same position. They might have just got caught in the fire and slowed down, and no way to really escape from that fight. Good aggression from MouseSports off Catwalk. That's Frozen and Chris J just punishing Oscar for tagging their teammate. And quickly, down to 1. This is not what you would call a slow game by any means.
No, I mean, it's moving pretty quickly right now. Nothing like the Vertigo game that we saw yesterday, Moses.
No, nothing like the Vertigo game.
It's an interesting discussion going on at the desk where MouseSports had become the poor man's face and HellRaisers were, wow.
Well, MouseSports was always kind of considered the poor man's phase, right? Because they were like international roster, had so many talented, individually skilled players, nothing super deep tactically. So, I mean, you'd still put them in that category. And HellRaisers a similar make, just I think the argument was that, you know, MouseSports is weaker players than FaZe, then HellRaisers is weaker players than MouseSports, so what does that happen? I don't think it was quite as black and white as like weaker players, but, you know, not as big name, I guess is the better way to put it.
Yeah.
Not marquee names.
It's a very friendly way to put it, Moses. I appreciate that. I'm not trying to ruin anyone's day. Still, oh, Angel, that is so quick. Chris in the corner, crouch spray coming in, but Robs is there to help him out, and he is shutting it all down. 3 kills in the space of a couple of seconds, and
this game's over, Anders.
is it GG
It's
already?
GG. We'll call it. Throw in the towel.
Can we get the admins to stop it? Is that possible? We'll just get him.
Yeah, we can ask him politely.
Change the map. I don't know if it's over, but
It's done. Stick a fork in it.
MouseSports are having just an amazing time right now. The money is way out of control. And HellRaisers, they're playing a fast game at the moment, but the aim right now for some of these MouseSports players is getting crazy.
Some of these fights they've gotten, they haven't had like a chance to really respond. Here we go, a full set piece towards the A bomb set. It's going to be Rops alone again. Frozen is there, but you have to imagine he's going to get blocked off by a smoke wall. Rops knows what's coming. That final flashbang blinded him for a moment, but he's got 2. Immediately traded. That's going to call things out, though.
Yeah, they definitely know what's coming. Frozen, nice angle. That's the bomb as well dropped, so Oscar is trying to knife him up close, and somehow he gets both of the stabs in. And now he stabs a little bit in the fire before he gets shot down. That is an 11th round knife. Certainly entertaining. But
Fair play.
Doesn't help them.
No, it doesn't at all. It was a pistol investment with utility, so they were still going to have money. He was still going to have money for an AWP anyways. The knife was a bit overkill in terms of the economy, but it's always fun to watch. This is really cool. Is it Frozen who comes into the bomb site?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he's got the Molotov in front of Palace, so he knows nobody's going to peek from Palace for those, 6-7 seconds, and that's why he's able to kind of ignore it and get into the bomb site. So just really cool movement. Great shot from Woxic, traded off, and finally, again, a good early start for HellRaisers.
Yeah, something they can really work with right now, and my God, they need that 4th round at the moment. This has just been such a quick first half. I feel like we weren't even really warming up into it, and it's just come to a close. No,
it's that weird thing. Like, we came to cast, and we have new chairs, different chairs from yesterday. Setup's a little bit different, so we're still kind of adjusting and getting the feel for that, and the half's already over.
Boom, like, it's so quick. HellRaisers might have a similar feeling that they sort of managed to try a bunch of different things, but looking back at the half, they're probably going to be like, how did it go so quick? How did we, we're going to go 3 rounds? What's going on here?
Especially going to be a head-scratcher if you look at the way this half started. Because remember, the pistol round was, what, a 4-on-2 for HellRaisers that they lost?
Yeah.
And then the next round was a 5-on-3 for HellRaisers, and they lost that. And the next round was a 5-on-3 for HellRaisers, and they won that one, but it's been all Mousesports essentially from there.
Frozen with an AUG and a Molotov towards CT spawn. Rob's going to be there in case anything tricky happens. They don't have a Molotov either to clear out Rob, so 30 seconds. Flashbang for the setup. And Rob's just waiting. They're not going to check it. He takes down one, and a great follow-up. They're just playing this so well. That's in spite of the man advantage for HellRaisers. It looks like it just means absolutely nothing. Oscar going to pick up a kill. They don't really have to fight him. They could just wait for him to try and get the bomb plant down. Even if he gets one of them, that should still be almost impossible. And Rob's closing out the half here with a triple kill and a 12-3 scoreline. My God.
Yeah, a 10-round run to end that first half, and Mousesports just looking dominant. HellRaisers had absolutely no say in that half. We're going to go to a break. We'll see if they can wake up for the second one, because they need it.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ay. Ball so hard, ay. Raise the bar, ay. Turn into a star, ay. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basic, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music I spice things, up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no Korea. Swear got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, brother and sisters, esteemed members of the audience. Hope everyone's doing great. We're going to go into the second half here. It's MouseSports and HellRaisers. Best of 3, and we've started out on Mirage. And I don't know, MouseSports, they really sort of came out the gates firing, didn't they? This is a crazy first half.
Well, not only that, those odds are a bit brutal. Obviously, MouseSports. I mean, part of the reason why is because HellRaisers are only averaging 2.3 kills a round in that first half. So
yeah,
you're not going to win too many in that kind of fashion. Here we go. Attack onto the A bomb site. Nice headshot there to start things out. Issa follows it up, but MouseSports is now kind of getting through these smokes. Now they're going to start creating chaos, but it's HellRaisers that come out on top. Rops is left in a 1 versus 4.
He got 1 kill. He does have the P250, but a lot of angles to cover, and you could tell. Now making a bit of noise, jumping down, and they're going to hear about that, and Issa will shut him down. Well played on HellRaisers' side there. Keeping it cool, but also having a lot of people in their bomb site early on really helps out.
Yeah, that does help out. That does help out very much. Nice defense from HellRaisers. 12 to... It's still such a long way to go.
It is a long road ahead. I mean, mentally, that you sort of... I guess if you're HellRaisers, you have to forget about that. And MouseSports just have to avoid falling into that uncomfortable spot where you're like, oh, it's fine, we'll get the last, you know.
They have to avoid just, yeah, I mean, at this point, they just have to avoid crumbling, right? That's what it would be if they're to lose this one. A nice opening kill. Again, the scout does absolutely nothing. Force buy with this kind of a lead sometimes puts us on edge, but that's a nice shot with the Deagle. Chris J, we know he can do magic with the scout. We've seen it plenty times. Kerrigan, meanwhile, over towards the A bomb site, has opened things up. He's forced Nucky back towards CT spawn. 16 and 6 on Kerrigan, and now the Deagles find the open spaces. Now MouseSports find the timing, and Kerrigan, a chance for another one. He goes down, but it's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and these two last players on HellRaisers are miles apart at the moment. Lowell playing all over in B. Nuki here just trying to see if he could maybe get a bit closer to the middle. Can't understand why he doesn't want to play on the bomb side alone. Kind of has to fall back a little bit. But the bomb is going to be going down here, and retake's possible. But they have a kid on Lowell. No smokes though. Man, they're gonna have to be fast.
Yeah, well, especially with how far away Lowell is. You'd imagine he's gonna go through T-spawn. Okay. They do have a kit on Lowell, but if he gets dropped by Rops, I mean, there's no chance. Might as well fall back. The kit will just be too far away. So Nucky can do it every once in terms of getting kill, in terms of getting into the bomb site, but it's Lowell who's got to make his way all the way there.
Yeah, and he has to make noise getting there even.
Yeah,
Robs,
it's over.
Yeah.
Fall back. Ooh.
Or don't.
All right. Or get banged out. That's why you fall back. Why do you want to be in the highlight clip?
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe you say, check this out, guys. I was in the highlight clip, just unfortunately on the receiving end.
on the wrong end.
Yeah.
That's like the equivalent of just getting posterized in basketball. Just Rops just turning a corner and 1-digging you.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that doesn't feel great. This is saying that, you know, all PR is good PR. I don't know if that's a...
Not in this case, I don't think.
No.
No.
Well,
especially because he's still making a name for himself, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, Olaf can get 1D all day long because, you know, he's won like 3 majors.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kerrigan jumping down here. Seems like everybody's flashed, including the defensive team here. HellRaisers, good shot from Oscar, but gonna get returned upon almost immediately. Scout on Woxic as well. So 2 versus 3, and Bomb gonna be going down with nobody there to stop it either. This is gunning to be one of the quickest maps we've seen in a while if HellRaisers can't somehow put the brakes on.
No, I don't think they're able to. Well, the problem is I think they have too many breaks going on right now. On their T side, it felt a couple times like HellRaisers was just going through the motions. It didn't seem like anyone was really like interested in taking fights at certain points. Like they were like getting their map control and then just being content with that and then pulling nades out, and Rops would pop out of nowhere and get 2 or 3 kills. For me, it's like they got to rev the engine. They got to hit the gas.
Yeah.
Where's all this? Where's all this individual skill that we know is on this team?
Well, even if you, the problem is, this is where I do think it's a fair comparison. If you just match up individually HellRaisers and MouseSports right now, I'd say individually MouseSports comes out on top.
Oh yeah.
But then if you think about the, I don't know, the leader style though, I do think Angel is pretty underestimated as a leader in the CIS region, but
I don't.
Kerrigan.
Can I say that? I don't.
You can say whatever you want, Moses.
I know a lot of people have been
Tell
like,
us what you really think.
Angel to me strikes me as like, it's almost like, it feels like almost like the Stanislaw of like the CIS region, where people like have like this hope that he's going to be this great in-game leader, and he's shown some cool things as an in-game leader of previous teams, but how long, when was the last time we saw him put together a project that had an impact on the pro scene?
Yeah, I mean, it really has been a while.
Like, remember, Angel's been in all the conversations to take over in-game leading for Navi at various stages, and I was always just like, that's craziness.
Kind of still would like to see it happen. Lowell cleaning up a couple of big kills there. He was actually alone against like 4 people rushing him, so I'm kind of impressed that he even got anything done. He's going to be picking up Robs and Chris holding the angle. He's got the health for it as well. Mid control for Woxic, so he could, if he goes and finds out that A is clear, and he actually just will. That's...
Ooh, this is... Oh, wow. Nucky. I don't know. He might have heard something, but now Chris J's in a really tough spot. 1 minute left in a 1-on-2. No smoke. Just a flash and an HE grenade. He needs this kill. He must have this kill, and he's going to get it.
Did get tagged in the face, so that's going to put him down to 14 health. He's a Deagle, Scout. It doesn't really matter at this point. Just needs to get one single shot in, and he's going to get it with a Deagle. Good job on Isa, and another round here for HellRaisers. I don't know. I get what you mean with when it comes to Angel. I just feel like, when was the last time that he had like a real team to sort of like really build something? I feel like it's always this weird sort of like, let's try and make this puzzle work, but we don't really know for how long. It always feels weird.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly using parts that are like, you know, almost hand-me-downs in a way. Like, he never gets like first pick of the litter. Right?
Yeah.
But at a certain point, if you're going to be an in-game leader with that much, positivity about you and an effective in-game leader, you have to be able to build a team.
Tell you what, he's like the Macklemore of Counter-Strike. He's headed to the thrift shop. He's just, I don't know.
Oh, dear. Moving on swiftly. 14-5 in the favor of MouseSports. Still just an absolutely dominant performance. HellRaisers managed to keep themselves alive for a moment, but Angel's going to get caught. That's actually from beneath. He never even assumed that would be a problem for him.
Yeah, he just wanted to use that smoke against him a little bit. Well,
Rops is just coming through smoke at a ramp, getting headshots all day long.
Yeah, they're having a little bit too much fun. This Woxic nearly able to take down Oscar through the smoke as well. Hard to reply with that AWP on the other side, and this is wild. If MouseSports are going to keep playing like this throughout the tournament, I mean, there's going to be more tricky against some teams. I'd I'd love to see a MouseSports versus Astralis game for this. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be. Well, I mean, I know, like, Rops, hold the thought. Lowell is going to have to defend this B bomb site. He's got the bomb on the ground, but he's got so much action. And yeah, those are tough peaks to make repeatedly. Smoke is going to block off the AWP's vision. And I don't even think Oscar wants anything to do with his retake. Tagged low. They do have a kit on Isa, but he's far back at the A bomb site. So save call from HellRaisers. That's going to give MouseSports a 10-round lead at 15-5.
How's Chris J have 24 kills?
I don't know, it really snuck up, right? Because it felt like Rops and Kerrigan were having most of the impact in that first half.
Yeah.
But Chris J's right up there.
Yeah. MouseSports Astralis, you think that would be fun? I think that would be fun. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when they get against some of the more established teams, like, they're not going to be able to just run around in this fashion and be able to find kills. You're gonna be halted. They're gonna have to show a little bit more tactical diversity, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of what you want to see, a challenge for this kind of young star-studded roster. But certainly, it would be fun to watch.
15-5. It's just.
I liked in the interview that Rops gave to HLTV, I mean, he talked about it a couple times, and you could see he was kind of, I mean, you mentioned pumping the brakes earlier. He was kind of doing that for his own team. He's saying, a lot of people are overhyping us, are really hyping us up. And he's trying, I mean, you can understand why he wants to do it. Doesn't want that spotlight, doesn't want that pressure just yet of people saying, oh, this is a top 5 team, and then having to live to those expectations. So I can respect that kind of play from Rops. But at the moment, against HellRaisers, they're playing very well.
Yeah, but I still kind of wish, we need a little bit of attitude back Kind of like what we're seeing from Frozen here, just pushing all the way through, fighting the whole way on his own as well. And he's going to be able to open it up. That's going to be great because they lost that fight over at the A-bomb side, so they kind of need this if they want to close this out really quickly. Still a 3-on-4, but a couple of people's very low there on HellRaisers' side. And Angel, he's going to be going down. The bomb is planted, that Molotov going to slow things down. And look at how far away Nuki is. He's low on health as well, but he's really going to take him like 5-10 more seconds to even get here.
He's on the flank. He must have a big round. Flashbang, that's from a teammate. It's going to slow him down just a little bit. There's one. No, he can't complete it. He doesn't even get that kill, and now it all turns. They must have that frag, and it's going to slip away. This is Mousesports just completely taking advantage and running over HellRaisers. Final player dies, 16-5 for Mousesports. That is going to be one of the faster maps we've had at this event so far. What a wild display. Chris J ends at 24 kills, Rops at 20, Kerrigan at 18.